Hello, everyone, and welcome back. I have been away for a moment, but now I am back, and I am showcasing entrepreneurs for the month of December because it's the holiday season. And yeah, right. And we're all shopping, and why not go and purchase from Black-owned designers? Because hey, that's what's happening right now. We need to get out there and do this and be a part of what's happening in the world because we know how the Black dollar is, right? Everyone wants it. And so this week I am introducing to some, and she's awesome, Shanice Dorje-Chang. Hello and welcome to They Made It Happen. And I know I just messed up your name, so just tell me how to say it.
My name is Shanice. The last name is Dorje-Chang. My business is called SDorje-Chang Designs.
Awesome. So you guys got it. Doesn't she have a beautiful voice? Anyway, so she's a designer. So Shanice, tell me a little bit about who you are, where you hail from.
Yes, so I am 29, soon to be 30.
Yay.
I hail from Dayton, Ohio. Not born and raised, but I definitely grew up here. So all of my schooling comes from here. I have been sewing since I was 9. Realized I didn't like school uniforms. We have a lot of those in Dayton.
Yeah.
So I took some scissors to mine and that didn't go well, but I like the feeling of taking scissors to garments. So I
Okay.
kept that along with my love of art because I've always liked them both. I've always been a big drawer and person that's been connected with artistic related things like painting, drawing, printmaking. Sculpture is actually something that I do a lot of right now. So that's a little bit of my background. I actually started sewing by machine when I was 14, and I've been professionally sewing for the last, I'm gonna say 6, 7 years. So I do
Wow.
alterations, I do custom designs. I also make jewelry. Like speaking of my sculpture, this is one of my sauce beads.
Oh, that's beautiful. I
There are
love
some
it.
other pieces that I sculpt by hand myself. They do have smoking related options because they have a hole directly through it, so you're not burning yourself when you're using your product. So that was the
Right.
thought behind that because there should be a little bit of safety involved in that, and I don't feel like Black people should be taken away from being involved in those other fields as well. So
I
it's my
love that.
version of something that's artistic as well as a little bit safety for
I love
smokers.
it. I love it. So you create a lot of your pieces. How do you go about doing that? I mean, what products do you use, or should I probably say materials do you use to create your products when you're sculpting?
So for sculpture, I actually love using recycled clays so that they have a lot of different depth to the actual medium. And then there's actually a studio that I rent some space in. I'm hoping to expand upon that so that I can have like maybe a metaphysical smoke shop because I also do positive intention spell jars to kind of remind you of your positive intentions and keep you connected and grounded at the same time. And that's a project that I have with my lovely business partner, India Jones Foster. So I love promoting positive energy in all means, whether that be through my art or just the body positivity that I welcome with my clients. Because when people come to me, I'm always really big about, all right, let's don't not talk about what you don't like. Let's talk about what you love and how we can express that through what we're going to be wearing. So that's always a big thing with me. And yeah, I feel like when it comes down to it, perseverance is my thing. It's keeping it continuous, regardless of how other people reflect upon what you do. You have to know what you love and do it anyway.
Oh my God, she is so deep. Metaphysical. I love it. So some of your products specifically, what are they that you create?
So, for example, aside from my soft bead for metaphysical things, I have the positive intention spell jars, like the one I'm wearing right now is abundance. Each of them have different crystals in them to connect you with your intentions, as well as ward away negative energy. Like all of them have black tourmaline in it, which is a great crystal for warding out negative energy. So we
I
put
need
that with a
it.
lot of
I
different
need that.
salts and different herbs to kind of add some intensity to it, as well as add some positivity to it, so that it's warding away the negative, keeping the good, and reminding you of what your original intention was at the beginning.
Oh, wow. So is this something that you burn or something that you just wear
Something
or
that you wear. It's an accessory. So it's basically something that you keep on you and you wear with you on your day-to-day life. And then when things start to get a little rough, it's there swinging right right
right?
here where you remember it. It's not something that can be out of sight. It's always in sight. So it's going to keep you reminded.
Okay, so is this something that you need to do in terms of meditation prior to putting it on, prior to wearing it, or would you suggest that you do that?
I would suggest meditation for anybody. So meditation and therapy are important, and I don't feel like there's enough of that in the Black culture, taking enough time for you to love yourself and spend time recognizing what it is that you're having a hard time dealing with that you might not have enough time normally to address because we're so ready to go, hard, hurry up, make the money, do this, that, and the third. Spending time to actually recognize what's going on with yourself is critically important.
Mm,
And not only that, but talking to somebody when you recognize that I'm having a hard time with something, even if it's not something big, something small could turn into something big really, really quickly. So I feel like taking the time as much as you possibly can, because I know everybody's super busy. It's hard to say meditating every day is easy because it's not, but having something to remind you, hey, one of the things that I am supposed to do today is care about me and what my intentions are separately from work or separately from my kids or separately from what everybody else's expectations are. What are mine and which ones am I comfortable with letting go versus which ones do I need?
oh, that is so deep. So it's more like affirmations, meditation, and then so you have different stones that you wear for whatever you're trying, whatever energies you're trying to tap into for
Exactly.
yourself. So, for instance, if I am sad, is there something that you do to help people? Like, I'm not depressed, but I'm just sad. I can't shake this sadness because I'm just disappointed in A, B, or C not working out. Do you have something for that that you can just like utilize?
So that one actually would be one of the other spell jars that we create called Happiness in a Bottle. It has the black tourmaline in it as well, but it also has tiger's eye to ground you and give you some courage, with cinnamon to actually make it sweeter and give you that smile. So it's there to promote and help your smile. It has yellow around it to help you with the sunshine that you're supposed to be feeling throughout the day.
That is so amazing. So you're saying to me that you can create and make something for different emotions and or just like I know you said initially that this is to help you to be a better you basically and to tap into your own energy and to bring that out. So it wards off negativity in terms of your mindset.
Exactly. So there's a couple of different ones that we've created. Abundance, which is supposed to draw all of the good things to you. That's for people who are really focused on, I want all of the positive aspects and none of the bad. I wear abundance because it has the black tourmaline in it, and it also has pyrite in it to kind of help you with bringing in all of the positive aspects, all of the abundance, if you will.
Mhm.
Separately from that one, there's a couple of other ones like the self-love jar, which is a baddie in a bottle. It features an Adinkra stamp on it of courage, because I feel like it takes courage to love yourself openly. It also has rose quartz crystals inside of it to connect you with your self-love and give you that courage to love yourself internally, as well as pink Himalayan sea salt to help with your healing. Because typically not loving yourself enough comes from not having enough healing within yourself. So adding that to it focuses on that, and it's also your reminder to love yourself and feel like the baddest in the room, regardless
Mhm.
of whether or not you wish to feel it. You'll remember that that's what you want to feel. Having
Exactly.
that just reminder with you daily, mind over mentality is where I tend to speak. You have to be able to speak it into existence, and that's
Mhm. Oh wow,
having
that's yeah, that's
love.
kind of biblical too.
Yeah, I feel like I think that speaking things into existence, the affirmations, what is being called nowadays, is super important because if you don't believe it, other people can't believe it.
Oh, that's powerful. That is so true. And I'm big on affirmations. I tell everyone, I tell my listeners continually to, have affirmations each day. When you wake up, look in the mirror, whatever you need to do, I'll say, hey, listen to something in the car, whatever gives you that lift, whatever makes you like go for it and just get your head out of the fog. And so this is just right up my alley. And so I'm going to tap into this. I need to really get some of this, and you guys too that are listening to this. So tell me a little bit more about your products and more about what you aspire to do in the future in terms of this. Where do you see yourself going with your brand and your products? What are you working on?
So right now I'm working on doing a little bit more expanding with my customer base. So I've been spending a lot more time at events, kind of getting to know my community, talking more to people about my business, which is not something that I normally would do. I'm very big about being involved in the community, but I don't usually mix the two. So this year I've spent a lot of time just kind of getting people to focus on, nah, it's cool. Whether or not you like what I'm doing or not, that's great. But I want you to know that I just want you to be happy, because there's enough negative stuff going around. Let's just be a little bit more positive, just a small amount. Like you said, waking up every day, even if you can't do a full meditation and a manifestation, it starts with something small, like looking in the mirror and just be like, you cute.
Right.
You cute. It's
Yeah.
cool. Let's go
Yeah.
ahead and have a nice day, because you look great, regardless of, sometimes we wake up and we don't feel the best. But if you start telling yourself, regardless of that you look cute, that you are beautiful, that you're gorgeous, and you're gonna have a good day regardless of what else happens, it
Right.
makes it a lot easier to actually have the day start that way.
You're so right. And men too. And you're handsome. Yeah, your
But
beard is straight. Yeah, your hair is on. You're fresh. Yeah, all of
thank
that.
you for that.
Right?
Imperfect is perfect for you, sir, and that's fine too. You don't have to be the strongest man and the tallest individual. I find that there's a lot of people who are like, yeah, he's short, he's not, no. Sir, you as tall as you feel, stand on your morals.
Oh, yes. Stand on your morals. I love it. Yeah. So this is just not gender specific. This is for anyone, young, old, whatever.
So this is something that I promote when I'm out to everybody. So I get
Mhm.
you in the door with the, let's just talk about the positive energy. If you like the other stuff that I do while you're here, that's wonderful. But at
Mhm.
the end of the day, I feel like one of the things that I love the most about doing design, art, and promoting positive energy is that they're all connected. It's all about making sure that people are happy and actually connecting with your customer. And I find that I do that a lot easier when we are talking about something positive. And
Oh,
if you see, you look over and you see, the crystals that I provide next to some of the artwork that I have available, and you like my artwork, then, I've had conversations that go from that about my work. So I just feel like I'm not gonna pressure you to like the same things as me. If you happen to like what I'm talking about, please come and talk to me. I love discussing, staying positive and how you're doing that in your day-to-day world. I've definitely promoted my products to both men and to women, because I feel like everybody needs a little bit of positivity just on their day-to-day reminders list. Go get eggs, go get bread, stay positive, please.
yeah.
Sometimes it's hard,
Yeah. Yes,
roll right
true. That is so true. She has the most beautiful smile, you guys. That is so true. And you said your artwork that you create. Tell me a little bit about your artwork.
So lately, I have been doing a lot of sculpture. Separately from my bead, I actually make masks that adorn the walls. So I add wire hangering to the back of them so that they can be fixated. One of my favorite sets that I've created this year has been my moon goddess masks. They have crystals, moonstone crystals, one rainbow moonstone on one of them, and then black moonstone on the other. And they're covered in crystals, and they just have these beautiful lips and eyes that connect you to your soul. So, and then they also are great for protecting the home. So I've been focused a lot on creating just metaphysical masks and doing more sculpture related pieces. I've done a lot of paintings recently, so I've been wanting to share a little bit more of that, and as well as kind of connect my sewing and my painting. Something that I'm working on in the future is doing a lot more of that, because
Wow.
I want to focus on that, but I want to make sure that I do it in a way that truly speaks to who I am as a designer.
Okay, now tell me about your clothing.
Yes. So I love making event wear. As you see, I'm in this gorgeous gold number.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
This is from a fashion show that I did a couple of years back. It's got like chain backing and it's out of this gold lame, and I love this fabric. I'm actually working on a outfit for my birthday that features a silver version of this. So,
Cute.
um, so I love making stuff for days where people are like, hey, I needed this and I couldn't find it in any other way. We live in a world where fashion is very available. So normally people are able to find things that are in their price range that they want. And that's fine. That's wonderful. I'm happy for you. I love upcycling things. So if it's something that's close that just needs a bit of a tweak, I love doing that as well. I actually took my best friend's wedding dress that she had worn, and she was doing her renewal 10 years in the future and wanted to wear her dress. And of course, 10 years in the future, the dress is definitely different stylistically, and her body is different, of course. So we needed to rebuild that dress. And I was able to actually take the skirt, keep parts of that, and then completely redo her bodice with a black top that she actually wanted and give it a modern feel with some beading at the bottom. So I love upcycling and I love connecting people with things that they love. So if you have garments that you already love, I would rather connect and do something and build off of that than creating it from scratch, simply because I feel like you'll care for it a little bit more. But as long as we have an understanding when I'm making things from scratch, which I always talk to my clients about that, in this day and age, I do not do fast fashion. I do couture work, really specified things, right? So nothing that I do will ever be as cheap as you can find in Amazon or Walmart, but will fit you better, and I guarantee you will wear it more often. So like most recently, I just did one of my clients' dresses, who she came to me and wanted a patchwork denim dress for her wedding renewal. And I was just like, okay, all right. You know, it's always a face of makeup. I'm like, so tell me more. So she got into discussing it. She's like, I really wanted a high and low. I love people who know what they want. I'm a big person who knows exactly how I want to do things. So as long as you have a clear understanding of what you want, I love making it come true for you. Because the look on people at the end of it is what gives me life. It's that, okay, I see it. I love when they get to dancing around. Like,
Right,
okay,
right.
that's why I love, I make
Exactly.
things. That's why I love doing it for special occasions, because I feel like it matters to people more when it's something that you've been, waiting for, like a wedding or your birthday or prom. That was a big deal for me. When I was in high school, I made my senior year prom dress because it was important to me. I still have it.
Right.
Does it fit? No.
We're not going to talk about that, but you're gorgeous. How would someone get in contact with you if they wanted you to do something couture for them for a special event? So do I hear you saying that that's primarily what you focus on, is doing special event design? Okay.
I do primarily focus on special event designs, alterations, and upcycling. So I do a lot of that as well. But as far as contact, I have a website, which is SDorje-Chang It's SDorje-Chang designs, which is DESIGNS.com.
Okay.
You can also contact me on all of my social media. I'm on Instagram consistently, on Facebook consistently. And you can always email me on Gmail. I love when people connect with me, and please send pictures, and please and be in advance, because when it comes to design work, I cannot create in 30 days. That's
Okay.
very, very particular. I've noticed that everybody's like, well, hey, I got this event in 2 weeks. I cannot create something new in 2 weeks. I might be able to get you a brush alteration done in 2 weeks, but that's probably about it. So please be two to 3 months in advance for custom made stuff.
Yeah, perfection takes time. You're not going to rush through this. And so do you do these alterations And I know you design them yourself. When you speak with the customer, you get a feel for what they want, or you have to know what they want. And then you go from there. So they leave the garment with you, of course. Now, what about someone out of state? Like I'm in Illinois and you're in Ohio. This broadcast, this is going to be published nationwide, worldwide. So how would someone get in contact with you? Or, well, basically, would they have to ship the garment to you? Would you do a face-to-face or like a Zoom kind of thing? So how would that work for you?
So for out of state requests, I would need a little bit of more additional information. So an email with your measurements and height and what you're looking for is what I would need to determine if it's something that I can do from out of state. I
Okay.
do what I do locally currently, but I do have a couple of my designs on my website that I have available, which have some sizing. And I am working on doing more from a really lovely coat that I created. And I want to put it on my website. I just haven't done it yet
Is that the
because
coat that
there's
I
still like,
saw you in at the event in Ohio?
yes, the furry one with the
I
suit.
I want that coat. I know it is so lovely, you all. If y'all saw this coat, you would want it too. And oh my God, it's beautiful. So her website, you just heard her say that, and I'll give it to you again. It's SDorje-Chang and I will put that out there again. And is there any other, so you're on Facebook, you're on Instagram, they can find you there and they can contact you via your website to actually say make an appointment or see whether other items you have on your brand that they may want to purchase. Exactly. Yeah. So you guys, she's custom garments, alterations, art, and accessories. Shanice is doing this 29-year-old African-American designer, entrepreneur is doing the doggone thing in Ohio, you guys. And you would be doing yourself a disservice if you didn't check her out. And Shanice, before we leave, there are people out there, listeners out there, I know that they aspire to be a designer or to be a creator such as you are doing in this world right now. So what words of wisdom or encouragement do you have for them?
For me, I feel like everything comes to those who are consistent with perseverance. As long as you're positive and you're direct at what you want and you stay at it, things come to those who wait and who go after what they want as they're waiting. You got to have a plan.
Yes, you have to have a plan. I agree with that. Shanice, you are incredible. You are just such a breath of fresh air. Your designs, I saw a lot of them when I was at the event in Ohio. Your custom garments, I saw some of that. Your jewelry, what you do, the affirmations, you guys, she is the truth. And I'm so happy to be a part of introducing you to the world because you need to be out there. And yeah, so thank you so much, Shanice, for coming on. They made it happen.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate you. And I love your show. I love what you do. And thank you for being on there expressing.
Thank you for saying that.
Of course, of course. I love having more Black people in media. There needs to be more of us in a little bit of everything stirred up.
Yes, for sure, for sure. Okay.